Hey guys, my name is Miska and welcome to Overwatch Central. So lately we've actually gone through some support gains and losses since the big balance patch about 3 weeks ago, but this start of the season has a bit of a different effect on the meta, on pick rates, on win rates, and just the state of the game as a whole. This video is kind of gonna be a bit of a what's the meta light, kind of. Just a check-in on particular heroes that stand out in various ways. Oh, and before I forget, throughout this video I want to hear what you guys have to say about your game so far, so let me know in the comments below what skill tier you are in, on which platform, and what you feel like has been going on, and what you've been seeing a lot of at this very start of the season. But hopefully some of the stats and experience in this video can help you guys, at least on PC, gauge kind of what's going on in the meta. And I'm gonna try to make this video fairly friendly for all skill tiers by referring to what part of the ladder I'm talking about. Alright, to begin with, I want to mention Moira first, as it's been a really interesting development here. Looking at overall pick rates and win rates, she's doing well, but when most games of Overwatch are played at a gold and platinum level, the overall stats can sometimes be a bit deceiving. So I wanted to look into this a little bit more, and if you actually take a closer look, Moira is performing super well in that sort of middle skill tier. Come up from platinum all the way up to grandmaster though, and you can see a huge decline, with Moira going from roughly 7.5% in pick rate all the way down to roughly 1.5% right now. So sure, the start of the season shifts pick rates a bit, but this is a huge drop off. All in all, Moira seems really strong in that sort of silver gold, I guess you can say, as a start, but especially in gold and platinum, just consistently doing very well. Seems like a healer to pick up in that sort of skill tier. For various reasons, that just seems to work really well there. So Moira seems to be really good up until about mid-diamond though, where Ana starts taking over, and in a big way. And I really want to focus this on Ana in a way, because a lot of people are saying, yeah, sure, Ana's a lot better now. You hear people almost ask for Ana in a lot of the comp games just because the anti-heal is very good, and nano boost can be nice for certain heroes. And obviously I have to talk about PC a little bit more here, as that's the platform I play Overwatch on, but in case you didn't know, Ana is currently the second most popular hero in the game overall in competitive play on PC. So she's gone from just being a complete goner in terms of supports, not really played a whole lot, to being incredibly popular. Console, it's a little bit different for Ana for sure, but this crazy bump that has essentially doubled her pick rate since last season has been very interesting to see. Everyone knew Ana would be more popular after the buff, but this is a whole new level of popular that the hero hasn't seen for about 2 years. Both of these obviously taking away from Mercy as well after her nerf. Mercy is falling a lot in pick rate, but as you can see in this overall healing graph we got from Omnic Meta about a week ago, Mercy's healing output is nearly not as bad as most players make it out to be when talking about the hero. So a big shift in support meta there for sure. I do feel like a lot of people when talking about Mercy's healing kind of over exaggerate. Sure, it's bad, definitely. It's definitely a whole lot worse. But part of me feels like it's a will to want to play Ana and want to play other support that really has helped boost Ana back up, especially as she hasn't been popular for a while. All in all, to sum all that up, Moira seems to be really good in silver, gold and platinum especially. Then somewhere in diamond, Ana takes over a lot more. Already in those lower tiers, Ana is still good, but especially in that diamond and especially master and grandmaster, those are standout. So yeah, kind of a bit of a sum up of what I've seen there for standout heroes in support. Next, I want to talk DPS though, and super quick honestly, because there's just not much to say here. There's not really one single standout DPS that has a crazy high pick rate or crazy high win rate right now, but there are a handful that are doing well. Those are Genji, McCree, Doomfist, Tracer, Hanzo and Widowmaker right now, based on how much they are picked and how well they are doing in comparison to that, and in relation to those other stats and other heroes in the damage role. This is looking more at middle to high skill tiers of course, as in the lower skill tiers the pick rates are a lot more balanced out, with few to no clear standout heroes really. However, out of those 6 heroes I mentioned, I want to highlight Doomfist a bit more. Now if you look at all those 6 heroes I mentioned, they are all picked quite a lot and some of them are doing pretty well, but Doomfist actually stands out a little bit more in his overall win rate. Now if you actually look at his pick rate and win rate and so on, basically the trends of how the character has developed, he's kind of been slowly creeping up on us. Pick rate has gone from being pretty much non-existent to being a very regularly picked hero in some of Diamond and most of Masters and Grandmasters on PC. Buffs and bug fixes over time has put Doomfist in this position where he isn't really outperforming loads of other heroes, but is a perfect example of a hero that is only really held back by the player playing him, it seems. Some people might ask, if Doomfist is doing so well right now and seems so good, and why isn't he picked more and just abused more? And I think the simple answer to that is honestly that there is that initial skill threshold to actually get over here. And I've seen loads of people talk about him in the past few days. I wanted to look up some stats after I felt like I was seeing him all the time in my placement games as well. And this morning I found a post on r/competitive Overwatch talking about Doomfist Balance as well, and it seems like a lot of people were interested in this. So another very weird thing that happens in Overwatch when characters that have that initial skill threshold to get over have some players clear that and then master the character, and we've definitely seen some of that, and only the absolute best of those have been rewarded. But now that the character has been buffed and fixed a little bit more over time, still a lot of bugs to go of course, more of those Doomfist players are allowed to perform. So all in all, watch out for good Doomfist players this season, as they can cause a whole lot of problems for you. It's funny that Ana is coming into play as well, because a lot of the players that play Ana now really do notice Doomfist going for them a lot and being very good at that. Definitely a bit of an Ana versus Doomfist type of thing going on there. So yeah, those are the sort of top DPS heroes there: Genji, McCree, Doomfist, Tracer, Hanzo and Widowmaker, but I would especially look out for good Doomfist players, as they are really good on ladder right now. Other DPS heroes have more normal win rates compared to their pick rates, but recognizing a good Doomfist player early in a game seems to be important, especially for the diamond tier of play and above on PC. To wrap it all up, I just want to mention tanks, but we'll keep it short. As a tank player myself, I've just had a pretty alright time overall in placement. Been somewhat pleasantly surprised, I guess you could say. Taking a look at hero popularity again, Reinhardt is by far the most popular tank in pretty much all tiers of play, but I feel like with a bit more of a diverse meta overall, you can pick up Orisa and Winston a bit more freely, so long as you know what you're doing on those heroes. I'm feeling pretty good about the meta so far this season though, but it's only really just started. I do want to play more Winston, as that's kind of my first main tank that I used to really play a lot of. But hey, playing a lot of Reinhardt isn't too bad, especially when the support meta is a little bit more diverse and it's not just Mercy and Brigitte every single game. If you want to keep track of how you are doing though throughout this season, and you want to help out a good friend of ours as well, then feel free to check out Omnic Meta, as Switch on there has just put up a new player statistics tool. Pretty interesting, very useful. Check that out on the link in the description. It's definitely still in the early stages, so feel free to help out and give feedback on that. And best of luck in Season 12. That's all for this video though. Thank you very much for watching. Best of luck with your SR goals in Season 12. Hope you do well. But until next time, take care and we'll see you then.